We're not in a good place.
Yeah.
That one, I'll give it to him. But yet again, for you to actually underline that we are not in a good place, and here you can underline that word twice, you have to tell or you have to discuss with people how we got there. You see, Mark, the problem we're doing is saying we arrived. How did we arrive? How did we get here? What led us to where we were? And that's why I told Mark about the economic degradation process. It takes time. And key among the things that makes an economy degrade is haphazard borrowing. So we are not here by accident. We are talking about some things that were done that were not right economically.
Okay.
But now, I mean, that's a topic I know we cannot exhaust by discussing. But one thing I would, again, agree with Mark is, yes, the pump pricing is hurting everyone. But you have people who are celebrating, people who are using LPG gas.
Yes.
It's gone low. So the question I ask, why has this one gone low? What else can we do to ensure that we are able to replicate the items and commodities that are going low? What have they done for us to be able to do this? And that's why I'm running away from this word we call, we're in a crisis. Yes, probably when COVID hit, we said, yes, we are in a health crisis. But you had people who burned the midnight oil to ensure that we are able to sort out this malady. So the question is, what do we do now? And key among the things that have been able to, you know, to be put in way, if I may use what they've actually done a lot to ensure that they are put in chambers that can be managed.
Yes.
Mark said about, and again, this is something we can exhaust. He talked about the interest rates on the bonds. Yeah, okay. It was a 9%, but still you had probably so many people who are still finding it hard probably to get into that kind of an arrangement. Most of the people... Are
you saying it's easier now?
It may not be easier now,
okay,
but I want you to look at some of the things that were really so endeared to the microeconomics. And to me, that's what, that's what you need to change. Okay. And that's why when you look at people who have $1 million, $2 million to do the GOK bonds, they are very few. But when you look at the people who are using Fuliza and Mshwari, so many people, the interest rates were on the roof. Compare that to the Hustler Fund. And that is why you saw deliberately, immediately President Ruto came into power. Most of the telcos, including one that we know very well, their first meeting that they called was to do what? To lower the interest rates on Fuliza and all those other money services. Why? What had they been doing 4 years, 5 years prior? Did they not see a problem at that particular time? Knowing fully well that Mama Mboga was actually paying hefty. And God forbid that they are unable to meet that obligation of being able to come even with the house. It was getting crazy. The interest rate was shooting nearly to 300-400%.
But
so if you...
But there wasn't anything illegal with what...
No, it wasn't.
Yeah.
It wasn't. So. But here, no, it's not illegal.
Yeah.
But here, I'm talking about...
Because you
Mark,
can I kind of dangle the Hustler Fund?
If you look at the legality aspect, you're going to actually play a major disservice on other things which we consider not through the lenses of legal versus illegal, but what is right or wrong. And that's why somebody can say, hey, I can sell my unga for 600. It's not illegal.
So he's saying you move from bonds
to Hustler Fund. And this is the kind of games that we keep playing. And this is exactly what Gabe is saying is the reason why we have a political crisis. Okay. It's because when you start chasing a rabbit, they tell you there's an antelope there. Let us be clear. The fact is this: bonds are totally separate. Yeah. Bonds are government instruments for borrowing. Yeah. Fuliza and Hustler Fund are things that are for personal borrowing. So let's talk about personal borrowing. Okay, let's go there. Okay? This person, civil servant, has a houseboy, a home manager, has a shamba, has a side hustle. This government contributes 30% of our GDP. What do I mean? If our government spends 3 trillion, our national GDP is 10 trillion. That's 30%. When salaries are delayed, okay, it has a ripple effect. That's part one. Part two is everybody's paycheck is going to be reduced starting tomorrow because the finance bill has been cleared, okay? Now, this person, this civil servant, who his take home is 50,000, his salary now is reduced, is probably going to come to 44,000. Now, he will go to borrow. That hustler fund, he will borrow how much? 500 to 1,000 shillings. Whoop-de-doo. Thank you very much. 1,000 bob, we can all retire. Is that what we are saying? No. The hustler fund has not addressed the pain of any Kenyan.
Yeah.
None. So,
not to look down on the amount,
yeah,
500 to 1,000. That's
but
an
you
amount.
see,
Yeah.
the reason why I'm saying that is look at the court case around hustler fund. When you make your savings, which account does it go to? Because it has savings. When the money is coming, the 50 billion, which pot is it coming from? David B said it's not government money. But in the budget 2023-2024, there's 10 billion assigned to it. Who is the CEO? Where is the board?
There's actually
Where
a board.
is the bank account?
There's a board.
Board never took office. It was suspended.
No. They're already in office as we speak.
It's a court case.
I'm telling you.
Unless they're in office
No.
illegally.
They are already in office.
The point I'm making.
No, there's a placement for the board.
Guys,
but
yeah,
in terms of
do you know
operational,
the hustler fund is operational? Do you know
let me
people are
finish.
borrowing and returning money?
I did not say.
And now we are actually going to the second phase.
I did not say it's not operational. I just said it's not solving any
challenges
problem.
It is
well.
solving.
Listen, all I'm saying is this: that the reason Kenya is in crisis is this exact conversation.
No.
It is in crisis because Gabe is convinced that Kenya Kwanza is doing an excellent job and the budget 2023-2024 is fine.
No.
Some of us are convinced, we are not.